Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I've got John Lilly on today with Arizona Best Real Estate. John, thanks for joining.
Thank you, Braydon, for having me.
Of course. Yeah, we've done a little episode before and just wanted to have you back on to kind of talk about kind of the state of the market today. And I know we had a couple of different questions we kind of wanted to address. So like maybe we could talk about just kind of the state of the current economy. Everyone says we're going into a recession or prices in Arizona are just plummeting. Kind of talk a little bit about that.
Sure. When you look at the national news, Braydon, you see a lot of negative news. Negative news sells, obviously.
Yep.
And we have had a downturn since last May here in Phoenix, but it was more of a correction rather than a crash. We were very high into a seller's market, multiple offers, sometimes 5, 10, 20, 30 offers. But with that correction, we're now more towards a balanced market.
Yep.
We're actually a little bit below a balanced market, but there's a high demand, or the demand is higher than the supply, and really it's a supply issue right now.
Yep. What do you think mortgage rates has had an impact on that?
Yeah, we're sitting at about 6.9% today.
Yep.
Feds have been fighting it for quite some time, which is good. And over time, if we look at it, the Fed is looking to have about a 2% inflation rate. And if we continue on our path, we should see that at the end of summer or maybe into the fall.
Yep. I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, well, the market seems like it's slowing down. Kind of talk a little bit about that. Is it what is kind of the state of the market right now in terms of like just for your buyers and stuff that are out there shopping? Is it a slow market or what is it? What do you
Well,
see?
again, it's a supply issue. We're
Yep.
about 56% of normal supply. We're at 83% for demand. And so what happens is it's getting more difficult to find homes. And because of that, simple economics, we're seeing the prices rising recently.
Yep. Yeah, it seems like that's kind of we're getting back to where we were at the highs. The average price point's kind of getting right up to where it was
Yes.
at the highs of the 2022, and
Yes,
we're kind of getting back into the same thing that we were in before, where you're starting to see multiple offers
That's
again.
correct.
And I think I talked with Tina Tambor from the Crumford Report, and she cited that we're losing 350 homes a week right now, or 50 homes a day of inventory. So
Right.
It's like we need people to list their houses in Arizona, and with the interest rates of where they're at, people are just kind of staying put.
they are. And there's good reasons for that, obviously. But I think over time, when the rates start to decrease, and they will, if you look at the last 20 years, every time there's a recession, when the Feds fight it, the rates do go down within a year or two.
Yep.
So we're expecting that. So that's good news on the horizon. But definitely people are still moving here to Phoenix, and it's going to be a strong market. And all the people that have been waiting on the sidelines are going to be jumping in. So that's going to be an interesting time. I can see it picking up quite a bit.
Yeah. There's so many big businesses coming into Arizona.
Sure.
Just a lot of development going on the commercial side of just everything, manufacturing-wise coming into Arizona. We just got a really good infrastructure that allows for companies to kind of develop that here.
Right, and when you look at the year over year, we're about 6% down as far as price per square foot. But
Yep.
as we're trending upwards and the prices are going up, I would expect a few months down the road, we're going to be about even.
Yep.
It's going to be flat, and then we're going to be going beyond that if the trends continue.
Yep, I agree. What are some of the things that are kind of helping you kind of stand out amongst the crowd in the real estate market right now?
Well, one of the things that I try to do is I always try to work with my clients, do the little details, look at the market. It's not just about looking at relevant sales if somebody's looking to buy a home.
Yep.
It's more about not only doing that, but also looking at the wins and what the market is doing.
Yep.
You have to stay on top of the market. And then being the person that I am, I try to be not only communicative, but a person that tells you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
I want to make sure that you trust me and that as we go forward, we have a very good partnership.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, I think we were talking this morning about your client that you were working with and the offer you submitted last night and how she was kind of skeptical of it. Is this the right decision? Are we making the right decision? And you kind of put it back on her as well of like, this is a decision you have to make, but also
Sure.
Here's all the facts, here's all the figures, here's all the comps, this is what I know of the neighborhood, and you supplied her with everything that she could possibly need to make an informed decision without having to go, oh, well, I don't really know anymore, and so then she decided this morning, like you said, to submit an offer, And so she obviously had that wherewithal and that
Mhm.
trust in your expertise anyways to make that decision.
And also reading people.
Yep.
This person was tired. They put in a full day's work. I told her to sleep on it, call me in the morning. And when she called in the morning and we had that conversation, there was confidence in going forward.
Yep.
So never push anybody. It's always, as you said, their decision.
Yep.
And doing the right thing for them.
Yeah, love it. What other things, John, do you want to talk about?
Well, if anybody would want to get a hold of me, they can reach me at jlilly@arizonabest.com, or you can call me at 602-570-8274, or you can send me a text too, and I'm also on social media.
Love it. Yeah, don't hesitate to reach out. John Lilly is just an amazing resource and can just be incredible for any kind of questions you have on the real estate market.
Thank you, Braydon. And one thing I wanted to mention to you is so much appreciate Great American Title, the job that you folks do. Your staff is outstanding, and I consider you a trusted partner on my team. So thank you.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate that. Well, that's all we got today. So don't hesitate. Reach out to John, and he'll be here for all of your real estate questions. Thanks, guys.